Say hello, everyone. Are you shy? Can you smile? Say hello. Say, I'm helping Grandma today. Are you helping Grandma? Tell everybody, what's this? Say marker. Marker. Okay, he's really shy. He said markers. And what's this? Scissor, yes. And ribbon. Do you say ribbon? Ribbon, yes. Say bye, everybody. I'm gonna go play.
Bye.
Okay, you can go. Thank you. Hello, Shelly and Joyce and Lois. Yes, I've been having a lot of fun with him today. That's part of the reason why my Facebook Live is a little bit later today, but totally worth it. So we've been having a lot of fun playing, and we both smell like the great outdoors, and it's been a windy day. So that's probably why I look a little flat today, but hey, the focus is going to be on the card, right? Hi, Carol. Hi, Donna. Yes, it's fun having him have be a helper, and it was cute because when he's not by the camera, he's very outgoing, very talkative. So he came up to the table, marker, scissors. So yeah, he knows what all the stuff is, that's for sure. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining in. So hello, Rolanda. So Rolanda is one of my stamping friends. I'm going to put my iPad down there, and her and I both have great positive outlooks, and we found out yesterday we are not getting to go to Hawaii in July together like we were hoping to on the Stampin' Up! Trip. We're gonna postpone it a year. We'll still get to see each other in 2021, and already looking forward to that. And we're thinking that even though she lives in Texas and our other good stamping friend lives in Canada, we're going to either have to plan a girls trip or a Zoom in between there to get to see each other. So I know you guys have been so supportive of my efforts to make the trip happen, and I can't be so bummed just because there's so much going on and so many people dealing with bigger issues than that. But everybody always asks, so when is your trip, or when's your next trip, or where are you going? So the next trip will be Hawaii, but not till July 2021. So yeah, and we'll just be even more excited to see each other, and hopefully then we can give each other a hug too. So I want to get started on the card that I'm going to make for you guys today. Hi, Jenny. And the card that I'm going to make for you today is this one. And so like I said, I'm kind of doing a little mini series here for cards that I'm putting together anyway for the Medelia Community Ed class. And so this stamp comes from the stamp set A Good Man. And so I know when I go to Medelia, oh, you can't hear me. Let's see. Gonna see if there's a way that I can adjust the sound. Is anybody else having sound issues? Okay, Rolanda must hear me. So yeah, so maybe Lisa, turn up your volume because Rolanda just chimed in. So she must be able to hear me, but thank you, because I never know if I've touched something as I adjust to this whole way of bringing cards to you. So I'll get back to the cards. So here is, thank you, Jenny, for letting me know that too. I appreciate that. So A Good Man is in the annual catalog. So that's the blue covered catalog on page 147. And I just found out that this will be carrying over. And so with that, there's no rush to get it, and so that's always good news. And when I think of the Medelia group, I also think of their love for coloring, and I wasn't always like, oh, let's color something in. That was never my go-to thing, but with the blends, like I said, they're so fun to use for coloring. So I can show you how easy it is to get that fun shaded look to make your images look really professional and such there too. So trying to think. Oh, okay. So then I also have this fun card that I received in the mail. Jenny likes to color, yay. And so this is from one of my great Stampin' friends, Julie, and I want to hold it really close because I love, and she's gonna cringe like, Belle, why did you show? I love how she left some white spots on her flowers and on her leaves. So she does a beautiful job of coloring in, and I also know she is a huge fan of the Stampin' Blend blends too. So I just kind of flew by the seat of my pants, made the card, and brought everything out here. Usually I take the time to write a list and bring it out, and you know me, I do kind of just go, this is what we're doing, and if I forget something, I jog back to my office and I bring it back out. Hi Barb, thanks for joining. So I will get to work. I'll adjust the camera angle here so you can see a little bit closer than what I am doing with my hands and the coloring and such. So hopefully you can see my hands here. I don't want to get it too close where my angle is. There we go. I think that's a good angle. And so where I'm going to start is with the card base, and that is going to be my standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and this is the Poppy Parade color. And so I kind of wanted something bright, bold for a guy, and it was going to go real red, but I liked the lighter shade of the Poppy Parade a little bit more even. So what I'm going to do next is take this piece of soft suede cardstock and run it through my Big Shot. And to get kind of a masculine look for this card, I am choosing to do the Absolutely Argyle embossing folder. And it's one of those where if your card's going, whoops, if I can get the packaging off, this way or this way, it is 6 by 6, which helps with getting your card orientation the way you want it to be. So I'm just going to slide my Big Shot platform. And you know, the Absolutely Argyle kind of has a pattern that can go either way, which is kind of nice too. And then when you're running your embossing folders through your Big Shot, always remember to put the close hinge side through. That will help protect and keep your embossing folders lasting a lot longer. It is a 3D embossing folder. So I have that blue plate, the 3D plate, to make that go through. And so we have this fun looking Argyle. And so I think that's probably the back side, and the popped up dots make it look more like the front side there. So I'll set that aside, and I think I'm gonna do all the assembly at one point. So next I'll focus on the stamping and coloring. So, oh good, Lisa can hear me now. Yeah, sometimes my phone's quiet and I realize it's just like that I have it turned down and such too. So I'm just gonna stamp out the image of the guy here with a boy. And I chose this because this reminds me of my son and his son with him. So if you look in the stamp set, there is just a single guy here that I used this month in a different Facebook Live. And then this shows a guy with a little boy on his shoulders. And then here is a dad holding, and there's kind of a ponytail to make it look like it's a girl. So I like that they've kind of included different things, different images for different guys, so that it's all included that way. Hi Julie, we were just talking about you and your coloring, so I hope you caught that. It was a good compliment. It was a good talking. So for the coloring in, I'm going to start with the smoky slate on his pants or shorts here. It's hard to tell. And I'm going to start with the dark smoky slate and just kind of do a scribble along the waistband and his pockets. And who doesn't love to color if they can scribble? Like seriously, this is why I think I fell in love with it. These blends do not leave lines. So many people have said, oh, you know, when I use markers to color, they leave lines. And this just glides really smooth. The blends do, just glides really smooth along your cardstock. So I kind of just colored wherever there was darker, wherever there was lines, and then over some of the different lines in the pants there too. And then I'm going to go over with my light smoky slate, just over everything. And that's going to blend that color with the previous color, and then just leave all those other areas light too. So that's done so far. You can hopefully see the difference between the light and the dark to really give it that pop of shading and make it look really professional. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a fun card for my son. And so I'm using this skin tone color for him. which is the Petal Pink, light and dark. So I'm going with the light here. And there's going to be just a little dot that's going to go on the face there. And then I'll use the lighter Petal Pink to just color in and do some shading there. So you'll see the difference between the outline of the arm on the underside and that there. So we have that. And next I'm gonna do the boy's hair coloring. I probably should have grabbed something a little bit lighter for Weston. You could see that he has some blonder hair if I were to do that, but I think I'm gonna stick with darker because it just looks a little bit more striking for the colors and the dramatic. And since this is going to Madelia people, hopefully they have people with brown hair, and then that's gonna work out for them. So just doing a little bit of outlining lighter and darker with the soft suede. And next I'll come back with the crumb cake and do, the same thing for his shirt. And so I'm just gonna kind of outline the shirt to make it a little heavier by the neckline, and then wherever those lines or creases on his shirt are. So it doesn't take long, and I think that's why these markers gliding just makes the coloring go so fast. So I think the thing that I used to dread about coloring was it just seemed to take so long to get it to look nice, or just to get everything covered. But just by scribbling in like that, it makes it go pretty fast. So I'm just gonna color in the little shoe or leg right there, and then go back with the darker for that little bit of what I assume is his pant leg too. Gonna shade in that shoe a little bit. Hi Sherry, hi Bridget, thanks for joining in. So the only coloring I have left then is the Poppy Parade color. So I'll start with the darker. And sometimes with these types of images, do you ever get stuck where you're like, where does the shirt start, the pants end? And especially when there's an extra body on top of him. So I kind of colored everything in, kind of like putting a puzzle together, until I realize all that's left is the shirt. So I'm going to just kind of scribble over the heavier lines like so. This almost looks like a smiley face on his shirt there. So have all that with the darker. And next is going to be the lighter. And I'll just go over that too, and that's going to blend. But then leave that kind of nice featured look of those wrinkles and such too. So doesn't take long at all to have that finished look. So for me, who doesn't like to color, doesn't think coloring is my thing, I love how that red and gray has that two-tone look on there. Hi Laura, thanks for joining in. So now it's going to be a little bit more stamping here and some assembling. I think I'll start by taping together my finished coloring project here quick. And I'm going to put that on top of some crumb cake cardstock. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I think this is 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. So then this is 2 1/2 crumb cake by 3.75 of crumb cake. So that's together. And then before I put this on my card, I wanted to add just, you know me and ribbons, I try and stay away from ribbons when it comes to Guy card, but how fun is this burlap ribbon here? Kind of a nice jute look to it. So I'm just going to take my ribbon scissors and cut off a strand of that. And I will attach that with some glue dots. I'm just going to press in each end of the glue dots there, and then put that on the back side, and then on the back side. And I'm leaving enough area here where I can put some dimensionals. This jute is a thicker ribbon than a lot of them that I use too. So I'm going to pop this up just so then this is about equal with the thickness of that jute. Otherwise, I feel like if I just put regular adhesive, it might make that layer of the card kind of pop up in a kind of weird or unprofessional looking way. So we want good cards to send to people. We want them to look handmade, but we want them to look like a good handmade. Okay, do I have all the stickies off? Yep. Okay, so I'll flip this over and put it on like so. And then sometimes this just pops up a little bit depending on how tight I have it. And a lot of times it's just because it's a thicker ribbon. So I'm just going to take another glue dot and just kind of tack that down with my scissor. I have that really nice take your pick tool that I love. I don't think I have it out here, so I'm just going to use my scissors to tack that down. And then for this, I'm just going to take my snail here and put that on most of it. And I'm going to have a little bit of an overlap. I kind of want that darker soft suede to frame my crumb cake. And then we just need a sentiment on there. And like I said, I was making these for that Medelia Community Ed class. And some of them have fathers, some of them don't. Some of them send cards to their sons for Father's Day and such. So I wanted to make a card that could be very versatile. So For You is always a good sentiment, and that comes with the stamp set. So I'm just going to ink that up in soft suede, which is the color of that cardstock there. And I'll just snip off that. And then I'll do that banner cut, which is cutting up the middle and then towards the middle and towards the middle again, like so. And then this I'm just going to have taped down flat on top of there. And then for the sentiment for the inside, there too, trying to keep things neutral, but it's always nice to include some kind of insert for the card. I could leave it plain, but I think what I'm going to do for them is this says being a good dad starts with being a good man. I'm just going to stamp that out in soft suede on there like so. And I love this because it kind of has a little bit of an etched look in the font of it, and it kind of matches that whole watercolor look that the card has going on. So if they don't want this to be the inside of their card, what I'm going to do when I mail these to them is just put it in there loose, and if they like it, they can tack it down to the card, and if not, they can always put like happy birthday or something on the back side to use that way too. Hi Marge, welcome to the party here. So I'm gonna switch the camera angle back around here. And so yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed, there went the inside that I did tack down. So hopefully you enjoyed today's card. And I'm doing a series of 6 for them. Today's card number 5. Feel like I need to go something floral tomorrow for them so that it can be used for Mother's Day or something like springy occasions. A floral birthday card's always nice too. So hopefully you can join tomorrow sometime. I'm not even sure what card I'm making or what time I'll be joining in, but as long as I'm doing the cards, I want to keep giving you guys some inspiration too, so that if you feel kind of stuck at home, have a little bit more time to craft, I want you guys to get out your things and enjoy using them as well, and making the best of the time as we can too. So hopefully you are all doing well and staying healthy too. Thanks, Rolanda. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye.